Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL, and I'm out here today at the Blue Ridge Parkway, actually at the Blue Ridge Parkway Visitor Center here in lovely Asheville, North Carolina. And I've decided to do a really quick park activation. When I say quick, I mean quick this time. I spent about 3 minutes just now hooking up the Chameleon CHA MPAS Lite antenna and the Elecraft KX2. Now, the reason I picked these two, the KX2 and the MPAS Lite, is because they're what was in the car, frankly. And in fact, it's a really good choice for today for a quick activation. I had an errand to run in town. I need to go by REI to pick up some gear, and half thought about doing a park activation when I left the house. Then I decided against it. But then when I got to REI, I decided, you know what, I have to pass the parkway anyway, so might as well do a quick activation. But I have other things to do today, and so I've got a very short window of time to do this activation. So hopefully this will be a quick video if propagation works in my favor at all. Yeah, so the KX2 was in my car because I did a Summits on the Air activation with it recently and had stuck it in there along with the MPAS Lite. And they're a great choice because both of these are very quick to deploy. I don't know how much charge is on the battery here, but I'm going to run the KX2 at 5 watts. I'm sure that I'll be able to at least finish off this activation with whatever capacity's there in the battery, and if push comes to shove, I think I've got probably another battery in the car I can hook up. I did have my tablet with me in my laptop bag, so I'm able to actually do live logging here. I've tried to set up the position so that you can see the screen. I don't know, there's a bit of a glare today. It's overcast here and about 35 degrees Fahrenheit, so what, +1 or 2 Celsius, and I'm not super fond of this particular site because it tends to be the one with the most activity of people walking all around me the whole time asking questions, and there's a really high density of park rangers, of course, this being the park ranger headquarters, and I don't mind talking to anyone, but usually I don't know, it's just a hassle with masks and all those other things now. So anyway, we'll get started here and call CQ. Before I left REI, I did make sure that I was scheduled on the POTA network. So with any luck, the RBN will pick me up and we'll be good to go. So let's see, I'm gonna start calling CQ. Well, let's double check. I haven't heard anybody on frequency. So my goal here today is to work as many, whoops, I didn't do that correctly. Here we go. My goal today is to work as many stations as I can in a short amount of time, which is basically 10. I just need 10. I am not going to spend a lot of extra time on the air. If I get 10, I'm happy, and I'm probably going to hop off the air. If there are people still calling me, I know me, and I'll end up trying to work whoever's still on the air, but I really do need this to be pretty quick today. I've started on 40 meters because my plan is to do this as a quick activation, and 40 meters tends to be my most productive band. The 40 meter propagation footprint from North Carolina encompasses like the Ohio Valley, so the mid-Atlantic states, all the way out to like Illinois and Indiana, sometimes Missouri, all the way down to Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, those southern states. And so lots and lots of ham radio operators out there. So hopefully someone will pick me up today. The propagation is poor today. Let's see what time it is. So I've kind of set up my logs to have those ready to go. I may check on my phone here in a little bit just to make sure that the network is picking me up. Well, I know that I've been spotted because Mike, K8RAT, found me. I did mention to him and to WD8RIF this morning that I may do a parks activation, but shortly after sending them an email about that, I decided I wouldn't do it. I decided I would do it. You know, it's a nice weather day for a park. I'm not too worried about it raining on me anytime soon. There's a little bit of road noise here because the parkway is actually just that way, probably not even 50 yards away, so you'll hear cars pass by. Of course, a lot of the parkway is closed at the moment, so it's unlikely that these are people on vacations and stuff. These are just really locals. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. Maritime Mobile. I don't know if I've ever worked. Excuse me. I don't know if I've ever worked a maritime mobile station from Parks on the Air. Okay. That's a big question mark right there. I'm going to go ahead and call CQ again. I think I called W2FDN somewhere, but it sounded like there's maybe another character in there. But they were very weak, and I'm probably very weak to them. So, Always good to get ERJ in the books. Go ahead and call CQ again. That'll refresh things on the reverse beacon network, or actually it'll refresh my spot on the POTA network. You know what? I keep forgetting, since I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway, I really need to be sending North Carolina NC after I send my report. I need... They were very quiet out there. Ah, I got him. I had that wrong. I forgot to hit enter before. WFBN. BA2 FBN? Just, let's see here. 5, 6. So I've got 6 so far. Just 4 more and I'm done. Oh, okay. Got 7 down. Oh, 3. Ah, that's my 3 and 2 thing again. That's my 3 and 2 thing. I do this all the time. That'd be a 3 IQ. There we go. This happens to me all the time. If you've been watching my videos very long, you've seen me do this, where I get my 2s and 3s mixed up. I have an issue with 2s and 3s. I have an issue with H's and... Okay. So we're on 9 now, just need one more. That was interesting. Someone else popped in while he was communicating with me here. Come on, one more. That's all I need. So I noticed that I had noise reduction on earlier, and that could have definitely played into the fact that that one signal was a little weak, because noise reduction is wonderful, but when you don't have noise, it can sometimes affect weak signal. Okay, I'll do one more CQ, and that's it. I've got my 10, and that was what I came out here to do. I didn't catch his state. Okay. There we go. Okay, I waited just long enough to make sure that there was no one else out there that wanted to work me, but I got my 10, and see, this is a quick activation to me. You know, the majority of Parks on the Air activators, I find, take way more time doing an activation than I normally do, and would spend, 2 hours out and can really collect a lot of QSOs in that amount of time. I just have as I've told you before in other videos, I have a very busy family life, and so I usually have to fit mine in, and usually the maximum amount of time I have is an hour on the air, maybe. So today it looks like, let's see if I can figure out roughly how much time I spent on the air. So I started, my first contact was at 15:49, and right now it's 16:05. So really, gosh, only about 15 minutes, 16 minutes on the air to get 10 contacts. So that was actually pretty good flow there. And I probably would have taken a little longer had I been using my AX1 antenna, my Elecraft AX1. I'm not sure. I don't think I have that one in the car right now, so I don't even think it was an option. But if I want to do a really quick activation, so far my two antennas I turn to the most are the AX1 and the CHA MPAS Lite and CHA MPAS 2.0. Sorry, let me try to move this off of the... And so this Lite antenna, man, this thing is really nice. I find that it's just the quickest for me to deploy. I used this on a SOTA activation recently, and I have a counterpoise connected to it that just goes over here, wraps around this little picnic area, and over here. That's basically it. That's my whole setup. Anyway, I've got to keep this short. I'm going to pack up real quick and move on. Thank you very much for hanging out with this activation. I doubt that I'm going to write up a field report for this one. I'll probably just post this as a video. But if I do, I'll put it in the links below. And I'm happy to answer your questions. I should add here really quickly that if you leave me a comment, I read all comments. Sometimes I may have to be kind of quick in my reply. A lot of that's because I only started doing YouTube videos, in September or something? I mean, to any, and with any dedication, I started doing it around then. And since then, I've gotten lots of subscribers, and you guys are just like an incredibly supportive community. I'm just so incredibly impressed with it. I also run a blog called QRPer and a blog called the SW Welling Post. The SW Welling Post gets around anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 visitors a day. It's an extremely active website. QRPer gets somewhere around 800 to 1,000 a day. Between those two, I get a lot of email traffic and correspondence, and I am finding it's a little challenging sometimes to keep up with my YouTube comments, though I try to do it. So if you see me commenting back or giving you a thumbs up or anything, I've read your comment for sure, but sometimes I may not be able to get very wordy with my replies because I'm afraid I'll get way too far behind on my comments. If you submitted a comment and I haven't replied to it at all, it's possible. I've just kind of learned recently that YouTube caches away all the comments that they think could be questionable, so maybe it's a word that's in there or I don't know what, and so I need to go through all those yet, and I've probably got those backed up for 4 months or something, so my apologies if you've commented and you haven't heard back from me, but I do read all of your comments. I really appreciate them, and I will tell you now that one of the reasons I'm doing these is I've gotten such great encouraging comments from people who've been inspired to go out and play a little radio in the field, and especially who've decided to do a little CW. CW has become my favorite mode in the field without question, and I was very intimidated by it, if I'm being honest, and I think a lot of other people feel the same way. But I have to admit, I'm just telling you, stick with it, and you'll find that your brain just starts picking it up, and you will have an appreciation for it like I do now, which I absolutely love CW. You notice I didn't even pick up my microphone today, and I probably could have gotten all my contacts on SSB, but I just prefer CW now, and I like SSB still, and I still do a lot of phone contacts, but when I'm in the field, it's just so much easier and simpler, and I don't know. But anyway, I better hop off here. I do have things to do. Thank you very much, and if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. Only reason I say that is just gives me an idea of who all is watching, how many people are there. I don't have ads or anything like that, so it doesn't make any difference. It's not like I'm getting any revenue from ads or anything, so but I'd just like to know kind of how many people are watching. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.